Hi guys, this is going to be your weekly forecast for the sign of Aries. I've already shuffled the cards and dealt them face down, so we're going to flip them over and see what's going on for your week. So this message could be pertaining to anything that's happening right now or anything that's going to come up during the week, okay? So just keep that in mind. So the first card I have for you, Aries, is actually your card, the Queen of Wands. Upside down, though, we feel out of our element, okay? That's what I'm getting from this, is being out of our element. Coupled with the 4 upside down, that's definitely out of our element. So the 4 is normally protection. It's being enclosed in like the 4 corners, right? It's very protective. Upside down, coming out of our coming out of our comfort, coming out of that protection, and then not being in our element also. That's what we're going to be talking about. So in the negative space, I have the 9 of Swords with the Foot. All right, so that's a little bit of an explanation here. So the reason we're not feeling in our element here is because, well, we're worried. We're totally in our heads right now, and it's about progress. So we're worried that we're not making enough progress. Makes a lot of sense for an Aries. I'm an Aries, so I know how much we want to be moving constantly. Like, we like activity. So we're kind of like in our heads, it's like we're not moving fast enough right now. And so we feel out of our element, and we feel maybe not quite so secure. We don't feel like we have our game together right now. In the positive space here. That was the negative space. This is a positive space. Really, it's more of like just two sides of a situation. So I've got the Ace of Cups upside down, coupled with Aquarius. So there's we're not getting the result out of a social situation that we feel is deserved. Okay, with Aquarius here, it's like people aren't treating us like we feel like we need to be treated. I'm not really sure how. This could be one person, or this could actually, because it's Aquarius, this could be a group of people, or in a generally the people. Okay, we don't feel like we're someone or someones are not really treating us the way that we feel like we should be treated here. We're going to go back and clarify each of these positions, see if we can get a little more information, but first I want to get all the cards out so we can see what we're dealing with. In the background, I have Justice upside down. What did I say? It's like we feel like we've been treated unjustly, and here we have Justice upside down. That's an injustice. That is a lack of a verdict on a situation that needs a verdict. That's a lack of balance, okay? It's an imbalanced situation, and what do we have at the very beginning? Kind of like an imbalance here. You're feeling imbalanced, Aries. We're out of your element, not on unstable footing, that sort of a thing. You don't feel like you have your shit together, okay? And that's coupled with the unicursal hexagram, which is the symbol for a divine will. It is like your lower self being aligned with your higher self and acting in accordance. That is right side up, but you feel like there's whatever you do is not really going to right the situation. I think that someone or someones are the ones who have control over this justice, and you want the situation to be balanced. In fact, I think you're putting your will and effort into it. You're trying to right the wrong here. Final card. The Ace of Swords upside down, and the Manticore upside down. Wow. So no clear answer. So there's an injustice. There's a social situation that you feel like you've been shat on, okay? We're not moving, and that's got you all up in a tizzy because you're an Aries and you like movement. And you're feeling just out of sorts, out of your element. You don't have your game together, and it's because we're not getting forward progress on this combination here. What you want, you're putting effort into fixing a situation that is imbalanced, righting a wrong, and it's actually really getting in your head that all this effort you're putting in isn't actually getting you movement, okay? And that's why that's why these cards are upside down the very beginning, is because you're putting the work in, but there's no movement on fixing the situation that needs to be fixed, fixing the social situation that needs to be fixed. We're going to clarify this because I want to know what social situation we're talking about, but we'll go back to that in a second. There is no answer. You're not getting progress, and that's reflected in the sword upside down. And you're kind of like, it's like either you're doing the nagging or someone else is just not responding or not being very cooperative here, okay? It could be that you're the person because you're putting so much effort in. You're nagging someone for the answer. They're not giving it to you. You're not getting a clear-cut answer. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay. So let's look at the very beginning, the being out of sorts, okay? Feeling out of sorts, not being in your element combination. Let's look at that. Tell me about the Queen of Wands upside down, please, for my Aries. Tell me about the Queen of Wands upside down for my Aries, please. Okay, the number 1. What did I say? That's very much the same energy as the Queen of Wands. It's like doing you. This is, of course, clarifying this. So we're not feeling like ourselves. We're not feeling like ourselves. And I think it has to do with this lack of movement. Okay, let's move on to that. Because I feel like this is what's really got you upset. It's got you worried. Is like, why aren't I getting enough? Why aren't I getting movement? Why aren't I getting progress? I have the wall upside down. So why aren't barriers coming down? Why are there still obstacles in my way? Why, why, let's see. What else? Tell me about the 9 of Swords upside down. Tell me about the 9 of Swords upside down. Yeah. Why isn't there a clear solution? Why isn't there a clear path? Why is this wall still up? Why haven't I gotten over this? Why isn't there movement? So these are the things that are like running through your head here because it's like very much in your head with the 9 of Swords. Okay. All right. Let's move on to this. So we got a social situation that needs to be addressed. We got a social situation. So tell me about the Ace of Cups, please. Upside down, mind you. Ace of Cups upside down. This could be just this could be being upset at a group of people. Let's see. Tell me about the Ace of Cups upside down. Wow. Okay, I'll show you what I got in a second. So I got the Tower. So the Tower in the Oracle deck upside down is like the real Tower in the Tarot deck. It is like a falling out, but like something did not go as planned in a very bad way. In fact, that's exactly what I have because I also have the as planned card here. Things did not go as planned. With regards to some kind of social situation, social setting. See if I can get anything else. I'm just so nosy here. What else? Tell me what happened with this Ace of Cups upside down and Aquarius. I don't know if this is one person or a group of people. In fact, I'm going to ask about just Aquarius. Why is Aquarius here? Why is Aquarius here? Okay. And now I have the Cup. So yeah, this is, the Cup. And then I have the Cup upside down. This is about emotion. I think that you're upset at an entire group of people, Aries. You're pissed off at maybe all your friends. You're like, you guys suck. You're not helping me move forward. You're not giving me an answer, right? Because over here we have the Ace of Swords upside down. You're not giving me an answer, and you're not writing the situation that I'm asking you to write. All right. So let's move on to the actual imbalance. What is the imbalance? What has been thrown out of whack here that you're trying to fix? What is that? I feel like this is I really want to know what this is. I'm very curious. Okay. Now I have Cole with the bridge. It's not easy. You're stuck. You can't do it. You can't fix this. You're completely stuck. There's no good way to do it, right? This is like a heavy chunk of rock and a bridge. Like there's no good. This is like just a difficult crossing. I feel like it might be in somebody else's court to fix this, even though you're putting your will in. It's like you have to wait on someone else. You have to nag someone else, but they're not giving you an answer. What else? What else? What else about Justice upside down? What is off whack? What is off kilter? And now I have that wall again. So someone's stonewalling. Someone's not acquiescing to something. that they need to, because it's the correct thing to do. All right, let's keep moving. Maybe we can figure out what this is. I'm so curious. The Ace of Swords upside down with, this is like, I want clarity and I'm gonna nag you about it, okay? Or in reverse, you're nagging me about it, but I'm not giving you clarity. I'm not giving you an answer, okay? Tell me about that, please. Tell me about the Manticore upside down, the Ace of Swords upside down. Oh yeah, dodgy. Someone's being dodgy. Look, Neptune is all about like murkiness. It's like, and with the left turn, it's like, oh, another time. Look over there. Okay, so that's what this person's like. And you're like, come on, dude. Like, this isn't fair. This isn't right. Look at this. This needs to be fixed. And they're like, look over there. And meanwhile, you're getting more and more like upset, like worried, like, is this gonna move forward? I don't feel good about this. All right, so that's that. Let's get you some advice, Aries. So that's your situation, it seems, or at least that's the situation you might find yourselves encountering over the week. Let's see what the advice is on how to deal with it. I feel like the advice based on the card positions would be to really expect the best out of people and maybe push for the best, but let's see what the card's saying with regards to a direct question. What's the best advice for Aries with regards to this situation? That's too many cards. What's the best advice for Aries with regards to this situation? Can I get some advice from my Aries for the next week? Can I get some advice from my Aries for the next week? Oh my god. You got to be kidding me. The Queen of Wands came out upside down again. This is just like saying, be prepared to feel out of your element. You might not have control over the situation. And again, it's sort of like you are nagging someone else, they're being dodgy, so you don't have control of the situation, which thus the Queen of Wands upside down here rather than right side up, because the Queen of Wands has control, especially over herself. But in this situation, you don't even, it's like you're involved, but you don't have control. And the Four of Wands came out here. So this could definitely be regarding a home situation in the home. This could be just something that needs to be resolved in the home with the Four of Wands showing up. So maybe that person or those people that we're talking about before, it could be your family, it could be your roommates, the people inside your home. It could be your partner, obviously, but this is something that you feel like it's like, address this. This needs to be looked at, as the eye popped out, right? This needs to be looked at. Tell me more. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. So this is trying to find your center. All right, I have the one popping out here. This is finding your center in a situation where you don't have control. All right? Meanwhile, you're trying to get other people to look at it. Okay, you're like, this needs to be addressed. It doesn't make me feel good. And this is the advice. So get people to look at this. Draw attention to it. Meanwhile, find your own center because you don't have control over the situation. Okay? All right, and then the last card that came out was the Hand to reach out. So again, it's like you have to draw people to look at this in order to fix it. I feel like you're putting your effort into fixing it, but because it's in the ball's in someone else's court, they're successfully dodging you. They're not looking at it, they're not addressing it. You're gonna need to keep bringing their attention to it. All right? So that's your advice for the week, Aries. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you next time. Take care.